Hello everybody, this is Varsha Kakkar. Today I just wanted to discuss about the transition from QA, QC, production, R&D to RA. What I mean to say is because many of the people I have seen, they come with a good number of experience they have in QA, QC, production and R&D. They wanted to move to regulatory affairs department and they say that, ma'am, the experience what I have, like few people are having good number of experience also I have seen in my career, like 7 to 8 years of experience people, they come and they say that initially I was having interested in RA, but generally what happens whenever they come, they take an department whatever is available, like if QA is there or QC is there or R&D or production, whatever is there, they have taken up. But later they realize that regulatory affairs is such a department wherein it looks fascinated to them, or they find like this is a department wherein we wanted to work. So coming up with this, intention, they think that their earlier experience, whatever they have gathered in other departments, whether it will be really advantageous for them, whether it will be really helpful for them or not. So generally, I tell every time, see, people who are taking the interviews or in the initial round of interviews, the HR persons generally they think that it's not there for also. They stick as per the regulations that what all things are given has to be given by the HODs has to be taken care. So they say that the previous experience will not be calculated or will not be considered. But generally, what happens, I take it very personally, or I insist that whenever they are working on board, or you can see the technical information, whatever is included in the regulatory affairs documentation, the part which is there, that every part, like every department is involved, like quality assurance, quality control, production, and R&D. All this information is included in regulatory affairs technical documentation. I'm talking about the DMF as well as the dossiers. So unless until this information is there, so how can we think that the technical information is complete? Because we are working on a particular product. We are working on, suppose take an example, we are working on a specific API. So definitely when we are working on specific API, we need to gather information right from the R&D, then from the quality control, production. Every department information is mandatory to keep in our DMF, right? So it is very much important that a people or the person who is working in regulatory affairs department, he should have a knowledge of quality control, production, R&D, and quality assurance also. So this is mandatory. So if a person is having a specific number of experience in quality control, then it is an added advantage. We should never think that being working in quality control department, how can I can enter into RA, or this experience will be count or not, or I will be treated as fresher. This is a very wrong impression everybody is having actually. The thing is that whenever you are going for an interview, you need to convince the person who is sitting in front of you, right? If you come to our session, or if you learn that in 30 days session, as we are conducting sessions for regulatory affairs right from the beginning for freshers as well as experienced candidates. So they are having so much of experience, and if they wanted to enter into the regulatory affairs department, that is an added advantage. Only thing is that you need to convince the interviewer, or you need to convince the board who is sitting in front of them. Suppose you have an experience of 6 to 7 years in quality control. So will it not be helpful when you are working in regulatory affairs department? You can go thoroughly with the validations, with the reviewing part. It will be definitely helpful. That knowledge has to be considered. So it all depends on how you convince the interview board which is sitting in front of you. It is nothing like whatever the exposure you have initially will not be considered, because I especially insist people who have this kind of impression, they should come up with it and they should feel that it is nothing wrong or it is nothing in explaining in the interview that this is a part of my job and this definitely is a part of the technical documentation, your DMF also. So wherever area you're working, suppose you are working in a production and as well as in R&D. So each and every documentation, whatever we are, putting into our DMF is related to each and every department. Production, yes, it is a main part. R&D is also equally main, because R&D is a starting point wherein we are doing all sorts of reaction. We are doing a lot of research and then we have come out with one final synthetic route. So this how we can, convince, and we should not have that impression that whether I will be considered as a fresher or not. Being, if you want to enter into the regulatory affairs department, yes, definitely you can, if it is your interest, and then you can, see to it that you work in that specific area, and you can also show that the previous experience what you have within, it will be an added advantage for you, right? A person who is already working in other departments, definitely in any specific department, they will have a very good exposure, and that will be an added advantage to the regulatory affairs department. So that's how I wanted to tell you. My message for this video is the same thing, like if people have wanted to transfer or get it transferred from these departments, they can do it within no time, or if they have crossed few number of years also, not to worry, they can convince that yes, this part is very much helpful for them to, to support the regulatory affairs documentation, whatever we are going to submit, whether it is regulatory or semi-regulated market, whatever the market it is, right? So thank you so much for listening and having patience. Thanks.